Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video and I just sat down for 8 hours and watched Stranger Things Season 3.
Because we're beautiful. Future. Forever. My regular niffler.
As of lately, we have been waiting for Stranger Things for a couple of months now, and it finally came out, and as Netflix always do, they released the entire season in like the span of a day, and I watched all of it just now. And basically, a couple of weeks ago, I went out and I bought a lot of Stranger Things Funko Pops, specifically Stranger Things Season 3 Funko Pops, as you can see here. And now I can finally unbox them now that I have watched the entire season. And so I wanted to give you guys a kind of like spoiler review as I unbox all of them, because I didn't just want to review it and I didn't just want to do a Funko unboxing. So I just realized this is a really good compromise because I get to do both. So before I start unboxing all of these, I did want to say just like a general consensus, a non-spoiler kind of like delve into the season for those of you who haven't watched it and, you know, maybe want to hear my opinion and then go watch it and then maybe come back to it. I really enjoyed the season. In terms of my favorite, I'd say Season 2 still is my favorite out of all of the seasons. But then Season 3 is a close second, and then 1 just like lags in the back there. It was a great season. Season 1 was great, but with 2 and 3 in comparison, again, just because like I just came out of 3 and I had a lot of time to sit on Season 2, my opinions might change, but I feel like for Season 3, it was really phenomenal. The last couple of episodes were extraordinary, but the beginning just had a lot of shifts in tone. And I just felt like, you know, all of those shifts were excellent. I mean, when it was scary, it was scary. When it was comedic, it was very comedic. But it just didn't mesh well together for the first couple of episodes, and it felt very jarring. And because it felt jarring, it took a while for me to actually get into it as much as I wanted to. And so for that reason, I would say as a consistent season, Season 2 was a lot more consistent, and so I enjoyed that one just a tiny bit more. However, Season 3 really is a close second, and I feel like this show really is truly great, honestly. And I wouldn't change anything about it. Alright, so the first Funko Pop we're going to be unboxing is Max. And obviously, you guys know Max is one of my favorite characters, a character who was introduced to us in Season 2, and now has a really complicated relationship with Lucas, which was developed in the previous season, but now, since Max had began to see how Mike and Eleven are treating each other, she would get jealous, and then her and Lucas would start bickering, and then her and Eleven started getting close, and then she just started egging Eleven on, which is very relatable because that's what girls do. But okay, so this is Max. I really like the fact that her sunglasses are on, and I like her outfit because then again, because you need to remember, like, the entire theme of this season is summer, and it's the summer of 1985, and so the Funko Pops are very colorful. And so I will say I actually like these Funko Pops a lot more than Season 2's Funko Pops, even though I preferred that season over this one. In terms of Max's development as a character this season, I'm very happy with the route that they decided to take her, because as you guys know, by the end of the season, and spoiler alert, this is when we really get into it, Billy dies, her brother dies at the end of the season, and you really have to get to like see her go through this kind of phase where, you know, her brother is unbelievably abusive, but at the end of the day, he's still her brother, and he still died right in front of her, and so it's really harsh. And so that was really interesting, and I don't think I've ever seen that depicted on TV, where someone is like a huge asshole, but, you know, if they go, they still go, and they're still human beings, and it's just very interesting. The second Funko Pop we're going to be unboxing is Dustin, one of my favorite characters of all time, who I personally feel was a tiny bit undermined in this season. They wanted to take Dustin on a route in which he feels left out from the group, and therefore to put him with Steve, which was one of the best aspects of the previous season, was Dustin and Steve working together. However, for some reason, and guys, I really don't know why, it just didn't cut it for me. The entire storyline with Steve and Dustin and the other girl and Erica with the German spies, it just, like, every single time they cut back to them, I felt somewhat bored, and it broke my heart because Steve and Dustin are some of my favorite characters, and so the way they treated that just didn't feel right to me. And I think it was because Dustin is best when he's with people his age, and so I felt like his role was a bit undermined, and that's one of the reasons I was just a tiny bit not disappointed, because I did love the season, but I did feel like it was a bit different. And this is Dustin. He is wearing his Camp Nowhere merch with his hat and his complete outfit, and I think this is really great. This is obviously Dustin when he first reached Hawkins in the very first episode, when he thought all of his friends had forgotten him. Again, I think this is the fourth Dustin we've gotten in the entire Stranger Things wave. I'm satisfied because it's colorful. And that's all I'm gonna say. Another one of my all-time favorite characters, the next Funko Pop we're going to be unboxing, is Will in his Will the Wise costume. Now, as soon as I heard that they were making this, even though I didn't necessarily know what the context of the scene would be, I was extremely happy because they called him Will the Wise for the entire show. Even his mom did. And I just really love Will as a character. He's just great. And I felt like this season, he had to take a back seat, but it was utilized because we've been dealing with him for 2 seasons of, you know, Will being in direct contact with the Demogorgons and the Mind Flayers, and so that role needed to be just kind of like brought forward to Billy and other people. And so I was quite happy that he took a back seat. I felt like it didn't harm the show, and that's the strength. So I'm happy with that. All right, so this is Will the Wise. I'm telling you guys from now, I haven't unboxed all of them, but I'm pretty sure this is definitely gonna be my favorite pop. He is literally like wearing a wizard's hat, and he has a cloak on and a staff, and it's just fantastic. And it goes really well in my Harry Potter collection over here. Like, look at this. It just fits perfectly. I'm really happy with this. Lucas was a character I really liked this season, like a lot, because him and Mike's kind of relationship was very interesting, because Lucas was kind of trying to help Mike get over, not necessarily get over 11, but after she dumped him, he had some damage control to do, and Lucas, being Lucas, already having enough responsibilities with Max, knew how to handle the situation. And I just thought his character was really funny this season, and to be fair, was one of the characters that made me laugh more than the others did, like Dustin. And so I'm actually pretty happy with this. And I really like that he's wearing his Japanese shirt that he wore at the end when he utilized the fireworks. I thought that was a really, really interesting plot point that they utilized, and I think that's really great. The next Funko Pop we're going to be unboxing is, I think, my favorite character of the entire show, Steve Harrington in his, I was about to say Chips Ahoy, in his Scoops Ahoy outfit. So as you guys know, Steve now works at Scoops Ahoy at the mall, the Starcourt Mall. Jeez, I literally just watched this season like 5 minutes ago, and I'm already forgetting everything. This is another one of my favorite pops. Definitely another one of my favorite pops. Okay, he has a little like ice cream in his hand, and his shoes are like really blue, and he has his Ahoy hat on. And again, that Harrington hair. How can we not have the Harrington hair? I'm really happy with this. In fact, him and Will are definitely my favorites. Like I'm telling you now, these are great. The next pop we're going to be unboxing is 11, the absolute hero of the season. You guys know, if you guys have watched my previous Stranger Things videos, 11 was never really my favorite character. And so for her to wow me like she did, especially Millie Bobby Brown being an amazing actress, having to deal with some seriously jarring scenes, with everything that her character had to go through. 2 things in particular. The scene when she had to remove the bite from her leg in episode 7, or was it episode 8? That was terrifying. That was terrifying. And to think that this is all acting. Millie Bobby Brown wasn't really going through that pain, and she was putting on a show. That's insane because it felt so real, and I think that's phenomenal acting. And then in episode 8, when Hopper died and she found out, and it was a silent scene where 11 is just like looking for her dad, and she sees Joyce crying, and she just gets it. She knows what's happened, and it was really powerful. And again, that was a silent scene. It was kind of like in The Order of the Phoenix when Daniel Radcliffe had to play Losing Sirius. It was like unbelievable, and just her character in this season was amazing. And again, as a person who 11 was never my favorite, she made me like her, and so that was great. And I really enjoyed the aspect of her character development in this season. There are actually 2 11 versions that you can get. There's one of her with like a bag in like her summer outfit, and then there's this from the I think it's the final battle, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it says Battle 11. So, yeah, this is Battle 11. So she's got her blindfold on. And I just think this is really cool. I just picked this out because it looked cooler when I originally bought them. But I'm happy I ended up getting this one. And now the final pop we're going to be looking at. The ultimate heartbreaker, Hopper. I honestly cannot believe they killed Hopper this season. I'm in shock. Honestly. Because for them to kill Bob Newby, the superhero, last season, and then just to do this is just like they're literally leaving Joyce in a hole. And I understand that they're leaving now, but it's just amazing how every single person that Joyce falls for ends up dying. It just upsets me, honestly, at this point. And this is Hopper in his suit waiting for Joyce to have dinner before she stood him up to kind of figure out what's going on in the Upside Down. And so he's got that really cool, like, summer jazzy cutting edge outfit, as he says. I'm gonna cherish this pop a lot. I'm gonna miss Hopper. I'm very surprised that they managed to keep that a secret and take that turn. But I'm very happy with the way the season turned out. And I'm very happy that the show showed us that no one is safe. You know, even beloved characters can die, just like Bob did in season 2. Alright guys, that's my initial thoughts on Stranger Things and my Funko unboxing. I mean, I honestly have no idea what else to say. I need to figure myself out. I need to get all of my information together so I can make proper theory videos for you guys. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and a comment down below. And subscribe to my channel to see a lot more content at this point. I have no idea what to say. Bye, guys.